Hi, my name is Ashley Mills. I'm a freshman radio, TV, film major, and I come from a life of passivity. As a child, I always wanted to follow the rules and do everything by the book because I felt rules were there for a reason and that we should follow them. They were there because they need to be and that they are always right. And I sort of always resented the rule breakers or opponents of the rules because I felt like they were challenging something that was meant to be. So for much of my elementary and my high school years, this is how I approached conversations and dialogues. I was passive. I didn't really want to challenge people to go outside of their comfort zones. And it wasn't really until I went to a diversity conference my sophomore and junior years of high school that I realized the positive effects that can come from having these conversations and grappling with discomfort. But unfortunately, soon after that, I very easily slipped back into this passivity, into this quiet being, sort of. And coming onto this campus, I guess that's the approach that I had. So when a movement for diversity evolved and a push for diversity, I wanted to become involved in the conversation because it was something I was very close to during my high school years. And I had been in a sort of quiet state for much of my freshman year, just joining organizations and doing different things that I felt were right and that I would have fun in, but never really challenging people within those groups. And this time I wasn't going to allow it to happen because diversity was something very important to me in high school. I think it's something very important to this campus. So I quickly found myself immersed in these movements. The biggest struggle I guess I've had is that at first I had a problem with trying to figure out how to have my voice heard and to put my opinions and my thoughts out there. And I found that by simply involving myself in hearing from the principal leaders of the movement and other people involved, hearing their stories, hearing their commitment to diversity and their passion and their fervor, that I was able to truly commit to the movement as well. And I find it funny that the rule breakers that I used to resent back in my elementary days and high school, I actually somewhat admire them now. Although what they might have been battling might have been something trivial back in those days, I think that we can all learn something from those rule breakers that shows that challenging people and grappling with discomfort and having these conversations can really bring a positive change to our campus. And I wanted to tell my story because I believe there are many people out there who want to get involved in the conversation, and for fear of not being accepted or not wanting to challenge other people or being taken negatively, that they don't know how to have their voice heard. And I challenge you to do something as simple as having a conversation with a friend, with a dorm mate, with a teacher, even with somebody back home, so that you can articulate your thoughts and figure out your stance on this issue. And I guarantee you that something simple as that will help you commit to the movement and move from an era of passivity into a conversation of change.